Alright, before we get into the video, I do want to make a quick mention that this is Filtered Seed Glitchless and not Random Seed Glitchless. The difference being is that Filtered Seed Glitchless is basically Random Seed Glitchless if all the bad seeds were filtered out and you were left with a seed that's almost guaranteed to be very, very good. Um, I run these for practice and I just happened to get a really good run and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll leave you with the run. Alright, let's get into the run, and hopefully I'll explain a little bit more about what Filtered Seed Glitchless exactly is. So you're seeing here, you'll see here in a second kind of what the website looks like, but it's basically a piece of code that will output a seed that's guaranteed to be good. Now it's not anything too crazy, like sometimes they're better than other ones, but the idea is that it tests your ability to get a random good seed and be able to finish it faster. So you see here, I picked the village filter, so I'm gonna spawn basically right next to a village almost every time. I spawn next to an acacia village, which they're not great villages, but for the sake of this run, I'm just gonna run it out because it's fine. So exactly, yeah, Filtered Seed Glitchless. It's interesting. It doesn't count for RSG, of course. It's its own, like, new section, I guess, of speedrunning. It's kind of fun. It's nice for, like, practicing running good seeds and trying to just beat them as fast as I can, which I think is really good practice for me. Right now, I'm just making some cobblestone tools, pretty standard stuff. So you'll see when I get into the nether that I kind of already know where to go. And that's because there are a few kind of like rules with like FSG, and knowing where stuff is. They're always gonna spawn in the same quadrants and stuff. Like the Bastion's always gonna be in positive quadrant, and the fortress is always gonna be in an adjacent quadrant to that. So I kind of already know about where I'm going. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the big guy real quick. Looking around, seeing what kind of houses there are. I'm hoping this red one here, this red one always spawns with a chest inside of it. And sometimes, not very often, but sometimes it'll spawn with a bucket in it. And that's huge, because I can then use the iron from the big guy to get myself an iron pick, which I got 5 iron, but no bucket, unfortunately. So I'm just going to get a couple beds here. I got way too much hay bales. I should have only grabbed like 7. Get a nice couple pieces of gold armor, which are really nice to have in the nether, because piglins won't attack you. And then I do something really weird here. I'm not sure why I do this, but I'm looking for gravel here for flint. If you remember when I looked in that chest, I already got flint and steel, but I waste maybe like 30 seconds here running around and trying to find gravel. Kind of a dumb mistake, but I realized right about here that I have the flint and steel already, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make my thing. I'm 1 iron short of being able to have an iron pick on top of it too, which would have been huge, would have been really nice, but I get to make it up at another point, so it's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another portal real quick, and hopefully get into the nether pretty soon. I actually do, you get these types of ruined portal, lava pool things very often in Filtered Seed Glitchless, so it's been kind of nice kind of learning how to use them to make nether portals, because I was already pretty slow at them before this, but this one's not bad. This one's pretty quick. So just going and filling out this portal frame here. I'm gonna go ahead and dump out my water and grab a lava bucket too. Lava buckets are usually just handy to have when dealing with bastions and stuff. I probably didn't need it, and I don't think I end up using it, but I get into the nether, and honestly this doesn't look like that great of a nether right away, but I start running in the positive quadrant, and you can see like the tip of the bastion there. You can see like the rampart. This kind of tells me that's either housing or stables, and right now I'm just kind of praying that it's housing and not stables, because housing is one of the best bastions and stables is by far the worst. I hate stables. So I'm gonna go ahead and run up here. I'm just trying to find a nice way to get up here. I think about just building up here to get to the Bastion, but I said that I could probably tell over here if it's a good Bastion or not, if it's housing or stables. And then you see down there, there's soul sand, which tells me it's housing. So I'm gonna try and hop down and do what's called manhunt route. It doesn't end up really working out too well, but regardless, it's kind of nice to just test it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this chest. I'm hoping that either this chest or the chest that you kind of see in the corner of the screen, it's coming up right here, has iron in it. Also, yeah, there's 9 nuggets. 9 nuggets, which is exactly what I needed to the T. One less nugget and this run is dead. But I get the 9 nuggets, I'm stoked. I'm like, alright, this run's on. But no piglins follow me. Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but I got a couple gold blocks from that chest, so I'm like, maybe I'll just break one and get a couple piglins to follow me. You can probably hear all the piglins that do end up following me. And I quickly just mine out here, mine this block myself off. I love this strategy. I'm definitely going to incorporate it more. I kind of mess it up here by mining out those blocks, but because I'm not going to be able to get that gold block there. But I had a ton of gold from that chest, so I was hoping that it would just be fine, and it ended up being fine. So I'm just mining out the rest of the gold blocks here, hoping that some piglins kind of drop in. I have a decent amount of piglins, but I would have liked to have a little bit more. And now it's just kind of a waiting game, waiting around the Bastion. I've been practicing a lot of Bastion strats. I've been starting to use manhunt strats, which is what I'm doing here. I realize I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit longer because I still need obsidian, and I still need some pearls, hopefully another fire res. So I'm just going to clear my inventory a little bit, let these guys trade a bit. Organize my inventory a little bit. I think inventory organization is really nice to have because it just lets me know where everything is. Go get some more loot. Didn't get another ender pearl trade. You can see I'm looking at it there, like, kind of annoyed. I get another one there. Really just at this point waiting for pearls, and I get them right there. I decided to leave. I only have fire resistance, or 1 fire resistance, and that's by far the worst part about this run so far, is no fire resistance, but it's not that bad. I know that the fortress has got to be, I think it's within like 300 blocks of the Bastion, so I know that I probably don't need 2 fire resistance. It would have been really nice to have. But now I'm just getting my stuff out, and I need to get going to the fortress. Leaving the Bastion at 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. I think it was about a 2-minute Bastion, maybe a little bit more. The obsidian that I got from that one chest made that Bastion really good because I didn't have to go to the top and try and get more obsidian. So I'm just kind of running around. I don't want to like get rid of too many hearts because then I wouldn't be able to pearl, so I decided to just pearl over there. I saw the fortress out of the corner of my eye a little bit earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it too. But now I'm just towering up, trying to get to this fortress. And then pearling up here. As soon as I throw this pearl, I'm like, oh boy, I hope it doesn't land in that lava. And then it lands right on the edge, and I nearly burn out. But I stay at half a heart, thankfully. And I can continue on with this run. I'm going to change my FOV back to 90 because it's my preferred FOV. I just use Quake Pro to try and find stuff. You can actually see both the spawners here. I only see the one, which is a bit of a mistake because I decided that I want to go this way and see if I can't find a better spawner. Because the one that I did see has a lava like all around it and looked just really annoying to deal with. So I'm looking around here. There's clearly not any spawners over here, so I'm deciding I'm wasting too much time trying to find it. I just gotta go for this this one. Fall into the lava like an absolute gamer, because I am a gamer. And then we get one blaze here. Go 1 for 1 so far. kind of looking around, starting to sort out my inventory, and then a few more blazes spawn here in a second. We get 3 to spawn, which is a large number. 2 for 2 now, 3 for 3, 3 for 4. Unfortunately, don't go 4 for 4 there. I decided that to get good blind travel coordinates, I'm gonna have to go this way, and that there's a spawner there. So tactical pearl throw there lands perfectly where I wanted to. And then I see the wither skeleton. He was kind of like hiding behind the blaze there. That really annoyed me. I had to kill him real quick. Heal up a bit, make sure I don't die. Like a lot of my inventory while I'm kind of like healing up. Get my obsidian out because I know I'm gonna blind travel basically right here. If I can. Now I'm 4 for 5, 5 for 6, which is insane. I don't think that one dropped one. If it did, it went in the fire. 5 for 7. I know. I think 5 for 9 now. So my luck's kind of evening out a little bit. And then I decide while I'm waiting for some more to spawn, that I'm just gonna build up a portal real quick and get that all situated so that I can go as soon as I get the blaze rods. I think with some really good blaze rod luck, I could have left here at like 10 minutes or so, but I didn't get terrible blaze rod luck. Now I'm like 5 for 10, 5 for 11, and it's starting to get bad. I don't realize that one dropped one, and it just ended up on the fence. I can't see it here. I didn't notice it until a little bit later. You can see it there, but I don't see it at the time. I'm gonna make some beds here. I didn't realize I still had some acacia wood. I probably should have just used that. But I'm gonna get my beds all nice and situated so I can get out of here quick. Make some eyes real quick as well, just so I can throw them right away. My fire resistance is also running out. I decided to pour out my lava. I'm just kind of doing stuff that I would normally do as soon as I get into the overworld to save some time. One blaze spawns, it drops one, and then I find that one, so I'm like, sweet, I have 7. That's more than what I was gonna leave with. In these I just plan on leaving with 6. I spawned in a desert. I already have everything I needed crafted, so I'm getting the angle here. First one pops, which is fine, because I have the 7 blaze rods. I'm not that worried about it. Had I only gotten the 6 ones, that would have been really bad. And I think they only have like a 1 in 4 chance of popping. And another thing with Filtered Seed Glitchless is that the fortresses are supposed to have really good blind travel. Like, they're supposed to be positioned sort of where the stronghold is in the overworld. So I hope at least that this is really close. I'm gonna go a little bit out of my way, and I'm basically looking when I throw this next one to see how much the angle is changed by. And when I happen to look, it's changed by like 5 degrees, which is really telling that it's very close. So I'm kind of running. I'm trying to run. I kind of ran the wrong angle here, but I figure that it's in some of these chunks right here. It's really close by. So I'm like, I'm gonna throw one more pearl. I'll know exactly where it is. I know it's really close. The eyes of a vendor always point towards the middle of a chunk, so I know it's this chunk. I know it has to be this chunk. So I go to 4-4 real quick, start digging down, block off the hole so that skeleton didn't jump down with me and annoy me. And now I'm just digging down to the stronghold. Digging down at like 13 minutes. That's great. That's, I mean, obviously sub 20 pace. Not quite like world record pace or anything, like world record RSG pace. I think the world record for FSG is like 11 or 12 minutes or something. It's definitely better than RSG, but I'm only a few minutes off of like world record pace for FSG. And I think with some more practice I could get there. Kind of looking around, hoping that this stronghold's linear. It's interesting. So I'm like, well, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but I mine out that just to make sure. And there was, of course, it was a fake wall, and so I'm like, sweet. And then I end up finding stronghold here. And you'll see that it's a 0 eye, which means I have exactly the right amount of blaze powder to get in here. So I'm in. Oh, let's switch the music. But anyways, powering up here, pretty standard stuff. Hoping for a really good Ender Dragon spawn. I was just kind of going for like sub 20 runs, maybe a little bit more than sub 20. I've sub 20'd in FSG before, but it was really bad, and I didn't like the run, so I never did anything with it. But I'm building up here, hoping that the Ender Dragon's gonna perch north-south, and I'm getting some blocks probably about to build up, and then I realized that it's already perched diagonally, and I have to like go, so I book it to the middle, and I'm just trying to one-cycle him. One-cycling diagonally is kind of hard, but I managed to pull it off with the 6 beds. Thankfully I got 6, and didn't go with 5 or anything, and I beaten it, and to my surprise, this is sub 15 in-game time, which is insane. It's crazy. I wasn't expecting to get sub 15 in FSG, but and I probably wouldn't have uploaded this video had it not been sub 15, but it was, and so yeah, I was like, holy shit, like, did I actually just do that? So hopefully I'll submit this. None of the runs have been verified for FSG yet, but hopefully I'm somewhat high in the leaderboards for that, and I'm hoping that this kind of practice translates to RSG soon. I just sub 25 in RSG. I definitely think I could sub 20 after doing this. I think it's very, very, very much possible. I just have to get a little bit lucky with stuff, whereas in FSG, luck's already kind of done for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was just a little fun thing to do. Something to upload, speedrunning, something that probably not a lot of people have heard of, but it's really fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I get a really nice RSG run soon, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.